Now, here we are live. Welcome, welcome everyone to our Saturday Unlimited Network Mastermind. Yes, I love we feel alive here today. Compared to the last Saturday that I was kind of sick and down, I love, to allow and to really, I'm glad that the release is just letting go and the other side is beautiful. So here we are. Today is Saturday, October the 8th already, 2016. And here we get every Saturday together to, I would say from my perspective, to wake up and to nurture prosperity consciousness. That is who we truly are, really. It's one of the qualities of our true nature. And I love because I'm very, I suppose you know, I call myself the awakening coach in the sense of really using life, our daily life, or whatever we go through, for our own awakening. And I was already doing this releasing technique without calling it that way, but I love the capacity that Lawrence Crane has to point, to stir, to remove the pot here and to let us know where we get stuck. And last week's event, we were working with the chapter number 20, and was all about pride and how our fearful self, our ego self, let's say, keep us encapsulated here and limited, and we went through, the resistance, releasing separation, jealousy, insecurity, rejection, guilt, judgment. So I don't know about you, but I mean, I catch myself there a lot. And what I love right now lately is really the opportunity that brings us, to be humble and honest and say, oops, I just collapsed here, or I just contracted, or, I don't feel like relaxed and open, and it's okay. Now we know what to do with it. We know how to open the window and how to spend, a little time, in quotes, space and permission to that reactions and ego behaviors that are ready to go back home, are ready to go back to the source, capital letters, So it's really our job to detach, to offer the space. So the more we can see it and feel it at the same time, let's say, the more detached we are from it and the easier it is to release it. So I'm very happy about that. And doing the progress here towards abundance and prosperity, because really this space is dedicated, or started to be dedicated in the beginning, and really this to our entrepreneurial spirit. I love to call ourselves like conscious entrepreneurs. We are not anymore turned on, let's say, to make money through efforts and sweating and struggling and having to make it. Some of us, we know inside ourselves that it's not about effort. It's really about passion and about allowing and about enjoying our lives. So we are pioneers on that, because of course there is a lot of collective consciousness that really push us or pull us, towards the effort and having to do it. But here we are learning how to relax, how to allow what I call the inspired action, meaning that is, I catch myself many times doing my business, my coaching business, and I have to stop and to really be honest with myself. I'm coming here promoting my business from scarcity, from I need the money, from thoughts about not enough clients, whatever it that I'm more and more open to detect right now. And if I engage from that space, I take the time to open the window, because it's not going to work. Whatever you vibrate in is what I'm going to attract. So I'm really working to promote my work, to envision myself financially free, but from a place of joy and pleasure and gratitude and allowance. Okay, so I believe that this abundance book, that is the one that we are studying here together, is supporting you, like it's supporting me, to open the window and release. And it's interesting because you become very sensitive, or I'm becoming very sensitive on anything that happens around. I can check in, and say, oops, like I'm closing here, a comment from someone. It's so funny. We are energetic beings, and the more you can sense what really is going on in your energetic field, the more you can release, and the more you release, the more you can enjoy. That's my understanding and experience. Okay, so here we go. And today we miss Doc Fran. You know, we just Florida went through a big now with Matthew, the hurricane. You know, and I know they are good because I heard from them. But maybe this morning just they are busy by reorganizing all the branches and all the things that fly, you know, with this Matthew thing. So let's keep going here. I'm sure he will see the recording, but let's keep going. And we are going all to start with the chapter 21. Read, and please, if you have a comment or something like that, just open your microphone, knock the door, say something, and we engage here, because I do want to, you know, the intention here is not to read the book, really. I mean, you can read the book alone if you want, but to mastermind, to master our minds together, to inspire each other here, and to really support, you know, each other to release. So here we go. Welcome again. Chapter 21, the checkbook exercise. It says something like, we are going to be taking a look at something that really gets in the way of our having abundance. Easy to use and is absolutely fabulous in knocking out whatever it is in the way of us having abundance. Checkbook. Let's say that this book was written, you know, when we were using more checkbooks. I don't write checks anymore myself, but we can apply that to every bill that I have to pay, or we will see later, you know, how you can apply it to your debit card or cash even, you know. But let's keep going and see how you can apply it for you. It says, every time you take your checkbook out and write a check, let's say credit card out, and you pay, or you need to take money out or something like that, whether it be a credit card payment, a medical bill, mortgage payment, whatever going on, that's exactly what's on the way of you having abundance. It's literally stopping you. And so if you will feel the clenching, let it go and allow that energy to come up and pass through. You will open up the flow of abundance. And here I just want to point that I created a course, online course, that is called Money Oneness. And I really understood that, I don't know, maybe 4 or 8 years ago, I don't remember about time. But I was very passionate, like I am today, you know, about healing our own relationship with the money energy. And to really understand right now, you know, to bring light and release all the thoughts that we have projected onto money. Consciously, it's like one part of us wants the money, and unconsciously, yes, but you know, not too much, or you know, if I have, other people don't have. All that is what we call in the science of getting rich the competitive mind, instead of the creative mind that you are creating from nothingness and from abilities, you know, whatever it is that you choose when you are in alignment. All right. So be aware. I mean, I think that money is a very powerful tool, like could be intimate relationships or family or work or whatever, you know, but connected into that energy, our all consciousness. And you are the only one that can recover that, can notice that and open the window and let it go. So to me, for example, one thing that I experience is that I would say now I'm lighter on that one, but that took my attention a lot, you know, was to detect that thought, you know, that when I pay, I have less than before, you know, something, instead of investing in the circulation of abundance, you know, that whatever you put out is coming in. Yes, 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 I know it here, but energetically, my ego being, my fearful being, let's say, was not so agree on that. All the memories that being had was, you know, scarcity and fear. And so I needed to become aware of that and to let it go. Really accept the crunching there, you know, the contraction, and to let it go. Money is very powerful. And like he says here, every time you pay something, are you aware? Are you unconscious? What do you notice? You know, maybe you're super, you know, like flowing and connected. Wonderful. Or maybe, you know, you are contracting and unconsciously thinking that you become conscious now, you know, gosh, you know, there is not enough, or I have to count here, or whatever, to let it go. Hmm? We are powerful beings here. Beautiful. So, to do that is literally stopping you when you crunch yourself. Someone is coming here. Candace, welcome.
Hello.
So, good morning, honey. So if you will feel the clenching, let it go and allow that energy to come up and pass through. You will open up the flow of abundance. So let me read here on page 147 for the ones that you have the book, Candace. The check exercise says every time we begin to write a check to release our resistance to having abundance. Just simply writing a check will show you what is in the way to having total abundance. Sometimes we clench or resist our feelings about the check. Thus, we can now bring up what's in the way and having abundance from our subconscious thoughts to a conscious level and release those lacking feelings. A powerful way of having abundance fast. I love that. Fast, now, okay? Suggestions. Write the word release on the front of the checkbook to remind you to release feelings of lack or resistance. Don't send the check until you feel 100% release on it and the people you are sending the check to. I want to highlight this because, of course, we are going to slow down in life a lot, because for us to detect what is going on, you have to slow down. You cannot feel if you are, you know, super active here in your mind only. So use a checkbook myself today. I'm not going to write the release on the checkbook, but you know, I use a lot online banking, you know, and I go to my bank online, and you know, sometimes I feel, oh my gosh, you know, like more than I expected or more than I thought I had, and another time it's like, what? So whatever it is, the response that you have in relationship to paying your bills, to receiving your money, to whatever it is the opportunity for us to let go and release. That is what we are practicing here in this book, okay? Now, if you do this consistently, you will be eliminating what you don't want in your mind and be left with what you do want, that is abundance. Doing this is certain to lead to vast abundance. Try it, you will like it. So to get clear on this one, it's very simple. Next time that you pay something or that you need to, you know, pay something, if you have any subconscious thought that become conscious because you are more aware now, that is really a scarcity thought. That's all. Open the window, some wings there, and bye-bye, back to source, okay? You are detaching from that old consciousness. Okay. Let's see here. I want you to imagine writing your mortgage payment or your rent payment. So I do want you to take pen and paper if you want to here and to practice this, because it's where you can go home after and to amplify this practice in everything that you do with money, you know. But do you have a mortgage? Do you have a rent payment, something that you see that every month you took a responsibility, you know, something that you need to pay and you agree to, you know? So just close your eyes and comes up with regards to it. Let's see, I don't know, a mortgage, but yes, I do have a mortgage. Oh, I love it. I do have a mortgage, okay? So let's see if I'm happy to pay that. Or, you know, I feel in the past, I will say, I will be connected with yes, but, or the fear self, you know. I don't know if you know that we bought a beautiful new home here. And in the first 3 weeks, whatever was fun and was everything wonderful, you know, and oh my gosh, you know, so excited. And then I went to the underworld, you know. I was like, oh my gosh, how we are going to do that? And all the entire ego self, fearful self. I love, you know, I love ego in the sense of giving me the opportunity to really love, you know, instead of rejecting or something like that. But fearful Monica, in quotes, you know, was very, very activated. And I did have the opportunity to embrace it, to be with her, to open the window, release all this fear, because I said always, you know, it's like I jump, and oh my gosh, or I open the wings and I start to fly, or I'm going to crash down, you know. So all the opening the wings was really to let go, you know, all the scarcity and the activation, you know, that I had from having the courage to go for more in life, you know, that is natural, you know, is a law of life, you know. There is always expansive. Your true nature is expansive. So don't think that you are a bad person or egoic or whatever if you want more in life, okay? The question is to, from where are you engaging from, or from scarcity or from passion about life? And that's where we have the power to discern, okay? Okay, so let's see here. So see yourself. Oh yes, Arne.
Well, good morning. It's kind of a, when in the beginning of something, I feel a lot of passion and optimistic and opportunity, like our mortgage. I was grateful to have it. I was feeling, wow, this is great. But then the next moment, next time goes on, it switches into fear of I make it. You know, so there's a clutching. There's like a two-step. One is expansive, and then it falls into a clutching for me of fear of not making it. Fear. It's a lack thought, but it's. I think it comes down to, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. So I take myself out of the flow of the universe and grasp the. I know I'm grasping that energy, so I'm letting that go.
Great. Thank you so much, Arne. To me, I love real life. You know, we all have that. And to me, when I got into this, let's say, downside of the experience here, it's funny because I said, gosh, you know, we was so peaceful and so comfortable, you know. I had it, you know, a simple life, and who wants more? Yeah, gosh, here I am. Oh my, was such an inner battle, you know, like one, you know, pull toward expansion and confidence and openness and all is possible. And the other one is pulling back, you know, and say, hey, who do you think you are, you know, and whatever thoughts about not good enough or not enough or whatever, you know, gets activated. So great opportunity, you know, like that's where many people give up. Many entrepreneurs, especially, you know, you begin a career or a business or whatever, and when you are very excited with your idea, blah, 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 and then suddenly you have to learn how to let go the shadow that you are activating here. And especially from love, you know, from total compassion and not the judgment, just the deep understanding how life works, you know, and the opportunity that we have. So thank you, Arne, for being real, I would say. I love real people. Okay, keep going. So if you have some mortgage or you have some rent to pay or something like that, how do you feel right now when you write your check? Does the amount of money involved cause a clenching or resistance in your feeling center? Could you just let go of the clenching and more and more and even more and more? Now look at the check again. See if there is any remaining resistance or clenching. Put your hand down, your head down, feel the energy. It wants to leave. It's not good, it's not bad, it's just passing through. It's phenomenon. That energy to leave, and more, and more, and more. If you want to open up the energy to allow yourself to have a greater abundance than you have now, I recommend that you don't send a check until you feel 100% good about it. Just let go of 100% of your resistance and only send if when you're 100% released and okay about it. Remember to just let go of anything in the way. Maybe it's a feeling of I haven't got enough, or I don't like it, or it feels funny, whatever the block. So let us be clear together that for the next week, we, see we can bring awareness to this, everything that you pay, or when you open your QuickBooks, and I was saying here, your online banking, I don't know, myself, I go to the supermarket and I pay, like check in, how I'm really feeling. I'm flowing, I'm comfortable, I'm joyful, or all these kind of thoughts appears and, like, oh, this is too expensive. What kind of quality of thinking I'm having? And then take the time down in life, okay? Because how many of us, we wrote, the checks and okay, done, because we don't like to feel what we feel at that moment, okay? Or many of us, maybe we have already learned enough to be grateful and to know and distinguish between if it's something mental that you really pushy or whatever, or if you are completely free and your entire body, toes, I will say, in your body, okay, you have opportunity to release. So we are here, like Kursi Miyake says, about Kursi Miyake has a sentence that says something like, our job is not to fabricate love or or even look for it, Our job is to release the layer love up. So to have the ability to bring light, to whatever is less than who you truly are, is our gift. That's what we are, the light of the world. You are the light, you are the awareness. So whatever comes into your presence here, if you don't grasp it, if you really let it go, if you allow it to pass through, okay, is going back to spirit, to source. Beautiful. So that's how powerful we are. Okay, now think about a credit card payment, if that's real for you. See if you have a clenching when you are writing a check, or you even cringe at the mere imagination of doing so. So check for yourself right now. If you have credit cards, if you have, how you love to pay that. Like to me, I want to pay it quick, because I don't like to have something pending there, But maybe that quick, something that I need to stop now and to bring a little more awareness. That quick is because I'm feeling uncomfortable. That right now, so slow down, Monica, and check it next time, like, what do I need to pay it so quick? What can I pay it when I'm paying it, but relaxed, instead of quick. So that's something that I need to take notes, and I'm taking right now, and to bring light to it, like, what is this movement? It's not a flowing, it's not a joyful, frequency. Opportunity to release. Okay. Now think of another check you have to write, should write, or must write. Put your head down. See if it brings up any resistance, any clenching. Let go of resistance. Allow that energy to pass through. It wants to leave. This is something that I want to inspire all of us, to transmit to all of us here. Like these energies that are encapsulated into lower frequency require effort and require our own energy, if you want, to keep going. Down into them to keep doing, and that uses energy for our aliveness here, So be very aware. I mean, we have a big, beautiful opportunity here to free ourselves fully. So slow down and sense. See what you feel here. See if there is any resistance, any clutching and feeling of I haven't to do it, I should not do it, or any other insecure feelings, a sensation of wanting to be safe. Could you just let go of that lacking feeling? Just allow it to come up and allow it to pass through more and even more. And allow that energy to come up and allow it to pass through it's not good, it's not bad. Just allow the energy to pass through, and more, and even more. Looks simple, right? Okay. You may want to stop here. Take out your monthly bills that you have to pay and your checkbook or the checks included in this chapter. Then just write the checks one at a time. First, here I'm going to show you, because if you don't have the book, here at first there is a page where you can see, let's see if you see that, yes. You know, you could write the checks that you needed to write. To me, I don't use any more checks, so it's not something that I'm going to do at this moment. But for sure, to have a little note here on my online banking, release. Stop and check in, you know, how are you feeling when you pay, blah, blah, blah. All what we are learning here. So then just write the check one at a time. Notice if there is clenching of resistance. If there is, just allow it to leave and just continue to release until you feel 100% good about the check. Then every time you take the checkbook out, you can release the I can't feelings in your feeling center. That's the energy holding you back from having more abundance. In front of your nose, I suggest that you never send that check until you feel terrific about it, whether it be a lawyer's check or any kind of check to which you harbor resistance. Just sit down and release on it. Then send a check, feeling 100% good about it. It's a flow, and the flow creates momentum in as well as out. Just allow the flow of abundance to come in as well as out. Now, take some time to do this check exercise of your bills, okay? It's a good idea to get in the habit of using the check exercise on all your bills. Every time you have to write a check, you have to pay, or something like that. If you do, I will be amazed at how this will increase your abundance. You will be amazed at how this will increase your abundance with ease. This single exercise alone will move you to courageousness, acceptance, abundance, and peace. The last side of our emotional chart that we have here, that I hope all of you have. You can accept by the way, under unlimitednetwork.com/mastermind, I believe. So download it, you know, we there so you can release easier. So I hope that this part that we have read here can inspire you this week. We use money constantly. We are paying things constantly. Just checking, you know, how comfortable you are, how happy you do it. And if not, don't judge it. That's our path. That's the beauty of our path, is an opportunity to let go who we are not, so who we truly are can shine more through us. Okay? Any questions? Any comments? Yes, Arame.
Yes. I don't know if there's more to the chapter here about the money, but my experience is, excuse me, I don't get to the place where, okay, I'm going to write the check to see if I worry or if I'm happy to write the check. I'm already stuck before that. Oh my God, I have to write a check, but I have nothing to write a check with. So sometimes that happens. So when I have my income, I tend to spend it quickly, and that feels good, and life is going great, and I'm taking care of my bills and my opportunity. And then before the end of the month, then I run out, and then I have to write more checks, so to say. But so I don't get to the place where I need to get to analyze and see how I feel about writing the check. I'm already looking the other direction. I would like to write a check. I would love to write a check, but I don't have anything to write it with. So I'm I don't know if they're going to talk about that after here, but that's a different kind of release than what I hear here. So release the fear of not making it again. It's probably one of mine. And also I have something about speed. In the beginning of the month, if I use that as an example, I have all these things that I have to do, which is not a problem. But then I have things that I would like to do, opportunities and things like that. So I spend that by the end of the month, then I'm out of tune. So I guess it comes down to releasing on needing a security approval, needing control also. Is if you have any suggestions for me, then I'm open to that. But otherwise, I release on that.
Thanks, Arnie. You just saved me a lot of breath.
Yes. Well, let's see if you can mute Arnie. I have echo here. Yes. I don't hear her. I don't hear you. I don't hear you, Candace.
You don't hear me? I just said, thanks, you saved me a lot of breath.
Okay, well.
You don't hear me? Because
now, yes.
Similar for me, Arnie, I get it, and I'm happy to have it, but I want to get those bills out of the way, kind of like you said, Monica. But, I want to take care of it right away. So I pay all my bills and go shopping for groceries and do the things I need to do. And yet I find that there is money at the end of the month. And that is a result of our working together on all the work that we've done and me applying some of the, me embodying it. That's what I've been praying to do, is just embody what we learn and make it real in my life. So I notice a difference, and I'm really grateful. And but I'd like to do something with that pattern of that rush to get it all taken care of. There might be something still there that needs looking at, needs releasing, just because for the whole thing to be done in a relaxed, easy manner across the month or even early. Wouldn't it be fun to pay something early? That'd be nice. And from that place of freedom that we're talking about, release. Thank you.
Thank you, Candace. Beautiful, beautiful. And this is real, we are normal human beings here. So I do acknowledge right now the opportunity that this reading and this mastermind is giving us to be real, to be authentic, and to notice. So it's very easy to ignore, many aspects in life. And, the topic of money and abundance is something that was never very comfortable in my family to say something, or collectively. So we are learning, the ones that we have the courage, to put this on the table and to accept, love compassionately our fearful being, and to yes, release it. Open the window and release it. So I hope we can all slow down this week and to really check, the fact that we can get rid of that I get on if that is supportive or no, but
Looks like Monica has a screen freeze. Sometimes that happens with their jungle internet. So let's just hang in there for a moment. I bet they'll be right back on. And meanwhile, we can keep releasing about the about how we feel about our internet switching on and off. Yes. So hang in there. Here they come. I should have it right this time.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Now we.
Yes. Okay, so I keep going, but yes, you know, surrendering, or if you feel something, open the window. So let's keep going here with the book, page 1.
So once again, we get to be patient with the jungle internet where they live. Since they moved to their new house, it's been working pretty well, but today seems to be an exception. So, So this happens every once in a while. We just have to be patient, but we can keep thinking of things that we can release on regarding checks that we want to write and letting go of any concerns about that. And I did an imaginary checkbook where I went at the beginning of the chapter when it said just write release on the front of your checkbook, because I barely use one anymore. Everything's on the internet, so I guess we'll just have to write it at the top of our computer. And tape it up there on a piece of paper. It says release, release. Here we go. Are we back? Very good.
Can you hear me now? I see her stopping here.
I can hear you, but there's still a little bit of screen freeze going on. So we've got a ways to go. Are we having any clutching about screen freezing? I'm having a little, so I'm going to release it right now.
Candice, do you want to tell about why do you find the exercise useful for yourself? How does it help you?
To do the checkbook exercise, I've done a number of checkbook exercises over the years. I've written myself checks for $100,000, for example, and that's nice. It's entertaining. It looks nice up on my wall, and I have yet to receive that $100,000 from that check. So this particular way seems to come from behind, because we're working so completely with ourselves, not just our mind and trying to, it almost seems like the old ways we're trying to trick my mind into believing it, which is definitely a good step. But realizing that releasing any core resistance, anything that's in the way of me fully being abundant and allowing the divine to do what it does so well, which is support us and protect us and keep us safe. All the things that we want to do for ourselves, I think we just need to continue releasing so that we can be, capital B, capital E, in our full selves, which is normally and naturally abundant, wholesome. How about you, Beryl?
I can share my own experience. I find it very funny. I didn't know we are going to do this chapter today and this exercise. And I already started doing such an exercise last 2 weeks. I literally bought a fake book that I can write check for myself to buy things that I want to have. And just to exercise, I mean, just to feel joy, to find out what gives me truly joy. When I had all the money on the earth, what gives me truly joy? I find it funny that we most of the time blame money, that we don't have enough money to be happy, blah, blah. But if we had the money, we don't know what truly gives us joy, because we blocked our thinking too much. And I noticed that I've seen a car, for example. It was a really fancy car on the road, and I thought, okay, now I'm sharing very private information at the moment. By the way, I was doing this quite privately, and I was secretly writing checks for myself. Anyway, if anybody is hearing now, I release my secret that I was doing last 2 weeks, and I wanted to write a check for myself to buy that car that I liked on the road. And I noticed that I don't know what to write. I don't know what price of this car, this Lamborghini, like a nice car, and I've got no idea how much it costs, how much to write myself. And I thought, why? Because I never looked. All day I've got internet in my hand, and I didn't look how much such a car costs, because I always got a belief in my mind somewhere that it's for someone else, it's not for me. And it's such an exercise, give opportunity to realize how many blocks that we just put in our minds to not to look at there. It's not for you, it's for someone else. Not look at this, it's for someone else's experience, not yours. And I don't know who came up with those ideas, but maybe, shall I blame my parents? I don't know. We grew up with ideas that we cannot have it, we cannot afford it, like things. I mean, it doesn't matter, maybe rest of my life, maybe I don't afford it anyway, but even if I don't have money to afford it, I do want to have mindset of openness to being able to think about, being capacity to think about affording whatever I want to experience in my lifetime. I mean, even if I don't experience it literally in physical domain, I want the happiness, joy of being open to ideas, just playing with ideas in my mind. I mean, we even don't allow ourselves to play with ideas in our minds. We rule our minds that, no, you cannot do that, so don't look at there, it's not for you. Like, freedom.
Thank you, Beryl. That is just really, it opened my mind to hear you say that, because we have turned our heads away from things so many times, at least I have, of going, well, you know, that's not in my budget, I can't do that. So just accepting that and moving on, that all those blocks can be removed, all those past experiences can be released, and the feelings, I feel myself releasing right now as we talk about it, that just allowing the wholeness of possibility to come through in our lives. And maybe there'll come a time when we have a friend with a Lamborghini and that will take us for a ride, and that'll help it be more real. And have you ever sat in one? Have you ever gone to a dealership and sat in one and closed your eyes for a moment and imagined yourself racing down the road however fast you wanted to go? That's all possible, that we can just give ourselves
very, very interesting.
that make it more real.
What we want in our lives, someday we really experience. When we truly want something, we truly experience, and sometimes it doesn't come